Welcome back, everybody. Continuing use from abroad, we're gonna save.
Starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
At least some of your kind have a hat. Thank you again.
Me? Man found dead. Okay, so I don't. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the police about the.
You still here?
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about...
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scalario. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland.
Including people.
Be identified by an obscure tattoo, just like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged, right?
I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes.
Let's collect. Hey, all right, we finished that one. All right. So, casebook. So, I wonder if I have to go to the area. That's okay. Probably City Hall.
Sherry, wait. You might want to settle all the matters in the camp before leaving. You probably won't be coming back here anytime soon.
I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes.
You're disturbing a hornet's nest here, son.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
They often take us from the camp to work. Most don't mind, though. It's the only way to get a glimpse of freedom.
According to the refugees, some shady people regularly visit the camp to take the refugees away with them to perform various work. The work is usually hard, but the refugees receive money and food. The girl is abused if she was supposedly taken to such a work. Since then, the refugees decided not to allow their women to be taken.
So there's a smuggling ring in the camp. This wasn't the first time that someone freely entered the camp to take a refugee out.
At least it was certainly his last time. My gut tells me that we'll learn more about this ring when we find out where the thug came from.
Okay, and that should be it for the refugee camp. Hey Shad, how's everything looking on your end as far as picture quality? I am not having any stuttering on my end, but that does not necessarily mean that I'm producing correctly.
Murder! Beasts!
Okay, so I can just walk there. Murderer! Murderer! They killed a white man. That you would sooner look down upon or spit on than greet with a smile until it serves a need for you. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Okay. want to do this one. Map. My entrance. Yes. No? Maybe? Did I go the fucking wrong way? No? But I can't go in that door. Why can't I go in that door? This is bullshit. There's a door. I should be able to go in through it, damn it. Anyway. Yeah, I dropped the resolution way down, but it's working, so I'm going to keep it the way it is. And the only thing that's really suffering is...
Have you found anything helpful?
some of the textures are a little less. British Envoy.
If you're here on matters of signing up for military service, come back tomorrow. Our department needs to straighten out some business.
Warren. Blood. We're only saying there's unshaven. Order the bath looks quite worn. Real clothes or eyes may mean he didn't return home last night. Instead of work, this man would rather lose himself to depravity and alcohol. In case he has recently drank wine, his clothes are wrinkled, he barely bothers to shave, and his red eyes indicate that he may suffer from insomnia or deep anxiety. It looks as if he lives within a nightmare. We're gonna go with this one.
Why are you staring at me like I'm a Madame Tussauds figure? Didn't you hear what I just said?
You blame yourself for what you did. Won't be any good unless you confess to me, so I'll try to be polite.
What sort of did are we talking about? Are you from the press?
I'm here because of Naylor.
Who?
You don't remember her name.
Lad, if you won't tell me where you came, I'll call for someone here to sort you out, if you get my meaning.
Do you recognize this man?
We definitely look alike. But you have the wrong person.
Really? Then you won't mind if I pass this along to the newspaper?
All right. All right. Is this about money, as you said in the...
Oh, he's being blackmailed?
What kind of sum are we talking about?
I've never written a single word to you. Bribery, not...
Hey, thanks, Breck. Have a good night.
That letter. It wasn't from you.
Well, it appears that more and more people in the city are finding out about your despicable hobby, doesn't it? You're in the clutches of justice, and very soon they will squeeze you. It's in your best interest to cooperate.
Fine. I suppose now we have a nice long talk. Do you drink, Mr...
Sherlock Holmes. And I do not.
Shame. All the best discussions are accompanied by a glass of whiskey. But out of respect for you, I won't drink either.
Respect? That's an unusual word in your mouth, Mr.
Where are my manners? My name is Thomas Norton, a British envoy in Cordona on a military mission. So, where do we start?
So, let's return to the beginning. What happened at the party?
I vaguely remember that night. As usual at such parties, you meet people, you talk with them, they invite you to spend some time alone with them. What can I say? I got myself mixed up with the wrong company, and somebody must have mixed some psychoactive substance in my drink. After that, it's all blurry. I completely...
Is he just saying he got roofied?
Sanity. I made a terrible mistake which I regret deeply.
You don't say. Do refugee girls often appear on the menu at those types of parties?
It's rather rare.
So you didn't attend the party to engage in an exotic experience involving a vulnerable woman unable to accuse you of assault.
I would never have planned such a terrible thing. What happened was just bad circumstance.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly where... Yeah. Thank you. I'm not the only one reading that.
Boniface Mercurio, does the name mean anything to you?
He's an artist, right?
The one responsible for the painting that compromises you. I found him dead in his room.
Oh, that is bad. Wait, you don't think that I have anything to do with this?
Oh,
Motive to kill him.
that is bad. Okay, you can't fake that kind of reaction.
I had thoughts that this Mercutio...
Mercurio.
Well, him, yes. I thought he could have been the blackmailer. But I was too afraid to make any hasty decisions. There were plenty of ways to fail by making a move, so I chose to wait. To see what he would do next. You have to believe me.
I don't believe people, I believe evidence.
Then look at the evidence.
The painting that depicted you in the image of the devil was stolen by a mercenary. Did you have anything to do with it?
I might be a rotten
I think
sir, but hiring criminals...
the smuggler
...my daily schedule.
And buying the painting in an attempt...
is the blackmailer,
Is that on your daily schedule?
the murderer, well,
Do in my situation.
I would never put myself in such a situation.
the setup of the thief
I could never
that led to the
myself.
death of his henchman and the murder of
Here I am in
the
front of you.
painter.
We all make mistakes, Mr. Holmes. And I'm no exception.
In a means to play
You mentioned blackmail. Tell me about it.
a
All right.
political game of some sorts.
I received an anonymous letter. It said that in the art gallery at Caravansary there exists a painting that incriminates me. The blackmailer made it clear that if there is a painting, then a photograph exists too. And I should be wary of what it might do to my reputation.
What's the blackmailer want from you?
Money, of course. What else do such people want? Needless to say, I don't remember anyone taking photographs at the party. Up until the last moment, I hoped he was bluffing. But he wasn't, as you've just proven to me.
Show me the letter.
I burnt it as soon as I read it.
Oh, god damn it.
I've left enough evidence. There's no need for any more. Mr. Holmes, I've built my entire career on hard work and uncompromising dedication to the crown. I made a mistake.
If he's this high ranking to be an envoy, he would also know Mycroft.
By putting me behind bars, you will benefit precisely no one.
Rotting in prison is the least you deserve, but I have a better idea. You will make amends and help the ones you hurt.
Well, this is interesting, everyone. I will have him either help the refugees or help Nyla. Helping the refugees in general still benefits Nyla. Helping Nyla helps Nyla and also probably involves him into the relationship with his child. But the refugees in general need more assistance as a whole.
Use your connections to help patriate the refugees, find them decent homes, give them jobs. There must be a meaning to your position and my decision.
Yes, all right, I can do that. So, will you give me the photograph now?
That's not all. Naylor deserves the very utmost of what you can do.
I make him do both.
The girl.
Yeah.
I can't risk the press paying extra attention to her. I will do anything except that.
I need to think this all through.
Okay.
Don't do anything foolish in the
Did I shoot him in the dick yet?
I think you can decide what's best for these people.
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
Now, much interest in the photograph is pragmatic. If he obtains it, nothing will threaten his reputation. All refugees are victims of the system. The situation they are in must and can be mended. I'm not done yet. There are still more going on with this case. I want to find this out loud too. So it's sexist, classist, and racist is what I'm getting from this pompous envoy douche canoe. I can't help her because it will ruin me. Because I'm such an important laddie fucking top. I partaked in things that I knew was wrong because, well, I'm laddie fucking da. And she's subhuman. Man, fuck you. Now, the game does warn that there are a lot of outdated views, as well as views that would be considered racist. And to be fair, Frogwares has never shied away from controversial topics. If you have ever played The Sinking City, or around when I did play The Sinking City, they...
Any progress with the case, Mr. Holmes?
You're not helping, Junior. Who's the archives? Archives. Harass him yet? No. God damn it. He's a dick. Evidence? Fuck you. But anyway, there is some definite crimes, smuggling, suspects, and Scaladio. Because there are the fucking clan is in the Sinking City, for fuck's sake. Niccolo Bernardati, born 1834, is a businessman and patron well known in Cardona. Founder and owner of Bernardati Company Ltd, established 1873, main office, southeastern Scaladio, Bizarre Road near the crossing with Roman Road. Mr. Bernardati was brought in for questioning on February 13th, 1876, after a tip-off from one of our anonymous sources. The source provided information that points to Mr. Bernardati's connection to the smuggling of liquors and items of antique art between British colonies, Cardona, and the rest of the United Kingdom. People allegedly working for Mr. Bernardati's company were previously linked to a number of unlawful activities, including robbery, violence, racketeering, and blackmailing. Mr. Bernardati was called in for questioning as a witness, since there is no tangible evidence available to serve any charges. During the questioning carried out by myself and Officer Booth, Mr. Bernardati claimed to be unaware of any operations and facts provided by our source. No information could be obtained to his activities before he moved to Britain, documented it or otherwise. As Mr. Bernardati claims, up until 1873, he lived in Sicily, Italy, where he had a vending business until he moved to London and began importing goods. Conclusion, it is not possible to incriminate Mr. Bernadotti with anything connected to the case. Inspector Herbert Ryder. He's the fucking mob.
An impressive slice of life. The police had a lot on him, and at the
Am I seriously gonna go piss off the Cosa Nostra now? Like, really? Because especially during this time period, if they were handling things, oh fucking no, on Sicily, and they moved outside of Sicily, they ran import businesses. Most of the time importing things like olive oil and olives because it was really easy to hide contraband. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The fucking mob, really? Alright, so Scalario, Bazaar, and Roman. Man, like, fuck. So one of my special interests growing up in on a farm, because, well, fucking boring, became learning a lot about the mafia, or at least the American mob. Southeast, so it's gonna be over here. All right, there's Bazaar and Roman, so it's gonna be right here. And this is gonna be a bad time. Can I just, yeah, I'm just gonna go here. Go through there, maybe? But seriously, if this guy's the fucking Don on the island, this is a problem. There's a reason why the cops can't get any evidence on him. Half the police force is probably on the take. Like, it's not that hard to figure out if you know enough about the history. That's the way I need to go. That's the way I need to go. Perfect. But, yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look into that, because there's a lot there. Like, I surprise you when I tell you, oh, you know the guy who played Luca? Oh yeah, he was a mob enforcer. He was a fucking sergeant. All right, I'm looking for. So it's on Bazaar, which I should be. I'm on Bazaar. Canteen? Doria. Oh, that's...
Is this familiar to you?
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else can help better, sir.
Yeah, so I can't remember what actually prompted my, oh, there it is. My interest, I guess would be the proper word.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
You're standing right outside it, you stupid fuck.
It seems they're not expecting guests.
I won't wait for an invitation, John.
These workers don't look like your average Cordona folk.
They're refugees from the camp. Are you able to help me?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
Porcelain friend for every child.
That's our way in, Sherry.
Hey, yo. This is private property. You lost something.
I believe it was the Colombo family with the actual Don of the Colombo family being an executive producer. The reason, which is also the reason why the word mafia is never uttered at all in the film.
I'm here to discuss business with Mr. Bernadotti. I tried the front door, but...
Mr. Bernadotti isn't seeing anyone. You'll have 3 seconds to walk away or you'll never walk again. Capito?
It's in Mr. Bernadotti's best interest to...
1.
Listen, the man Bernadotti sent to...
So...
I did try to resolve this peacefully.
That's... I was expecting more of a right cross. Not that. Great. Combat. Favorite part of the game.
I'm coming.
Too simple.
I'm coming.
I'm trying to figure out why this guy keeps telling me that he's coming. It's just weird, bud.
Don't cry, you'll live. Too simple.
The snuff's
He doesn't like mafia move. Okay. That's weird. With... Hey, where'd you at? Where you at? I don't see you. Oh, hi, found you.
Don't cry, you'll live.
You just shoot me?
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, shit.
time to knock this guy out. pepper snuff.
No more crime for you until next month.
Where you are. Found you.
I will end you.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
It's all yours now. The snuff's ready.
No more crime for you until next month. Take a rest, my friend.
Hey, I did it without dying or killing anyone. Fuck yeah. It surprises me to an extent that he wouldn't be interested in that game. Fox, would you wear this outfit on stream? Alright, so now I have to look around here for something. Okay, I did shoot him up a couple of times, but he fucking deserved it. Okay.
Sherry, look. This seems familiar.
No, sir.
No, I'm not gonna hurt you.
It's all right. I won't harm you.
Like you didn't harm the folks on the way here?
An amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it. Let's see what's hidden there.
Whoa.
Vogel's stolen painting. Isn't it curious how it developed into a much more interesting case? A Dogon statue from West Africa. A century old at least. Mars.
Going much better, actually.
People of Central Africa. VH Grindley Flow Blue Tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotte Company.
I turned down the resolution and I'm not having the issues that I was having. So. African Dogon culture depicts human in simplified but almost too much forms. Goodfellas, he saw that, and I tried to convince him to get. Oh God, yeah. Well, I mean. box. You're supposed to be my friend. That is not a friendly thing that you just told me.
Don't come any closer. One step and I'll shred you to pieces.
Have you ever tried to pick up your teeth with broken fingers?
Righto. Yes. Yep. Well, excuse me, sir. I think I hear... I've got to... It's better I leave.
Whoa. Oh, wow. That was as if somebody put my words in your mouth.
Front page, Zeppelin related. Okay.
Please don't shoot me. I have a family.
Yeah. A lot of way paper for way bills. Okay.
Spare me.
How about I... No.
So, you've cut through all the guards just to talk to me. Then come here, and we shall talk.
The guards bitches.
I'd hate to intrude.
They could have used a better... Here from all the others. Could have used a better Italian accent. I have not seen The Irishman. Cold-blooded. Missing one. Wingtips need to make a comeback, god damn it. I'll totally wear some wingtips. There we go. Married. Niccolo Bonadati is a harsh gang leader and a calculating businessman. He beams confidence and menace. He anticipates danger by keeping his gun near him, but still holds it in the holster. Bonadati descends from the working class, being raised in a poor family. He had to work in the fields from a young age. Hard work under the sun and bad nutrition led to his suffering from pellagra. He overcame the disease, but his effects still show on his skin. Despite being financially comfortable now, he still distances himself from the high life, keeping his clothing appearance quite conservative. Bernadette and his men have different tattoos in the same style. The tattoos are most probably code that represents different ranks with a tightly structured and secretive criminal organization. Cruel gang leader who's afraid of getting his hands dirty to show off. No. This guy is OG Don, which means he came up poor, and that's why he got involved in Cosa Nostra. And in doing so, both the hard work that he learned early in life, probably farming olive groves, to where he's at now, he appreciates the finer things in life, or at least the ability to take care of his family, but he also understands what hard work means. The reason he dresses in a more common fashion as opposed to a big boisterous fashion is the same reason why old school guys from the 30s, from the 30s and earlier, look different than Capone in Chicago.
Niccolo Bernadotti, I presume? The name is Sherlock Holmes, and I'm afraid I bring bad tidings.
Is that so?
The man you sent to the refugee camp failed in his task. He impaled himself on his own blade. Clumsy and chaotic end.
For a man who just broke onto my property, you are more businessman than brute. You have...
Sounds almost Spanish.
Do not waste it.
Mr. Bernadotti, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself. As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident. One I am not responsible.
Oh, we're not saying you really are.
Was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to justify your presence in the slightest.
I was hired, privately, to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization, and thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotti.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted?
Interestingly enough, I spotted the stolen painting in your storeroom.
I buy and sell a lot of things, Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, if this is true, it is not the first time I have been sold.
Fucking box,
I
man.
assume you were hired by the owner of the gallery. Tell them to contact me, and we'll sort out the situation. So, this painting is why you broke into my office. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotti?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, but I am yet to decide what I shall do with it. I know the man in the photo is a British envoy. What interest do you have in his downfall?
I must admit, I am rather impressed by how comprehensively you have pursued this matter. And so, you deserve the honest answer. My business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work.
They could have had a better voice actor do the
I will
accent.
make sure no one looks his way either.
Like, he should sound older,
A favor.
Also known as blackmail.
and it doesn't sound like a Sicilian accent.
Originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating Mercurio's leverage. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want for the image?
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses all too often disappear. I thought the girl was safer with us. I did not anticipate what would happen at the camp.
I saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police. Thanks to me, refugees can work and be paid. It's a pathway to freedom.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I have heard no complaints. They seem happy just to get out of that slum.
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Oh, high and mighty of you, Mr. Holmes. Not all smuggling is immoral. I pay generous rates to developing cultures and spread their culture to eager buyers. And furthermore, I supply many immigrants with a taste of home.
A very convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline. Without them, they would starve. The tax on cargo is often so absurd that it would be more profitable to simply sink your ship than dock it in the harbor. And trust me,
It's happened.
speaking from experience.
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotte. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
Ha! I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp? You are asking too much. I could, however, make arrangements for one person. The woman who was violated will have her own home outside the camp, solely for her and her child. She will no longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be neither fast nor easy, but I can do it. She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser, he will serve me, as much as he deserves.
So, in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotte.
God damn it.
Seems like a fair deal, no? I doubt anyone...
Why did they have to throw an ethical fucking thing in here?
The photograph, and the world becomes a better place. I give you my word.
The front door's now open, sir. You can leave through it. If you want, of course.
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, we don't see much here.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry, we don't see much here.
You obviously haven't thought this.
Excuse me, just one question.
Or are you just annoying
Sorry,
these people on
we
purpose?
don't see much here.
God damn it. This is a fucking problem, folks. So either I give it to the Envoy and I'm able to help the entire camp. Or I give it to the mobster. The Envoy gets punished. Nyla gets help, as does her baby. The whole camp does not get raised up out of poverty. And I've just helped a known criminal. Like, anybody else feel dirty with that? I feel dirty. to talk to? Go back to City Hall quick. The fucking trolley problem's what it is. Now, I will say this. Helping the camp in as a whole still benefits Nyla and her baby. Maybe just not as much directly. However,
a contest for the guests of Cordona. Find hidden treasure.
However, right there, Todd. God damn it. However, then I'm letting an abuser, potentially serial abuser, go free. If I assist Bernadatti and give him the photo, I can...
Have you found anything helpful?
I want to check the archives. Officials. Legal documents, occupation. All right. We will discuss this more when we get back from break. So we shall see. Cliffhanger. A tough decision. Until next time. Hey everybody, ToddFather6 here signing off. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to see more, click the videos that are listed or hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications in order to be notified when I've got more posted. Until then, as always, be good, be kind, be safe. See you next time.